Here's more wrestling news for January 1st, 2026. Your headlines for this afternoon include free agent Chris Jericho finally speaks on possible WWE return, Kyle Fletcher lands on his neck at World's End, health update revealed, big wrestling names slam AEW over reckless in-ring style, Tony Khan responds after Cody Rhodes says he felt disrespected in AEW, major update on Jacob Fatu's WWE return timeline revealed, and more. As of January 1st, 2026, Chris Jericho is no longer under contract with All Elite Wrestling, clearing the runway for what could become one of the most talked about WWE returns in years. Jericho's AEW deal expired at midnight on December 31st, 2025, a development first reported by John Alba of Sports Illustrated. Alba added that multiple sources believe Jericho, now a free agent, could show up on WWE TV very soon, with speculation pointing to as early as the January 5th episode of WWE Raw. With his contract officially expired, any non-compete restrictions are gone, and the focus now shifts squarely to WWE. Jericho himself hasn't confirmed anything outright, but during his Christmas dinner with the Winnipeggers live stream, he didn't exactly shut the door either. When asked about a WWE return, his response was simple and telling, "You never know, you never know. With AEW now in the rearview mirror, that tease carries far more weight." Whether Jericho appears on Raw on January 5th or chooses to let the speculation build, one thing is clear: the next move is entirely his, and the wrestling world is paying attention. Do you want to see Chris Jericho back in WWE? And if he returns, which brand or feud should he jump into first? Sound off below and let us know how you'd book Y2J's next chapter. AEW fans were left deeply concerned after Kyle Fletcher took a frightening landing during his semifinal match against Jon Moxley at World's End. Fortunately, there's now some reassurance regarding Fletcher's condition. According to Brian Alvarez of Wrestling Observer, Fletcher is doing fine following the match. The concern stemmed from a brutal avalanche sleeper suplex that dropped Fletcher directly onto his neck, a moment that immediately alarmed fans and industry veterans alike. Despite the impact, Fletcher continued the match and ultimately lost after passing out to Jon Moxley's rear naked choke. The update comes as a relief, especially given the strong reaction from William Regal, who publicly criticized the increasing reliance on high-risk neck spots in modern wrestling. Regal, who has suffered multiple neck injuries himself, addressed the situation on social media with a blunt warning. "I stay off here, but I was alerted to something today that has alarmed me. I broke my neck twice, 993 in ring and a car wreck in 97, and stupidly never told anyone. And I was taught properly how to bridge and not land on the top of my head. It's a skill that maybe 99.9% of people don't know or will ever learn anymore." Regal referenced the tragic passing of Mitsuharu Misawa as a moment that should have changed how these risks are viewed, but in his eyes, the problems only worsened. "After Misawa-san passed from his neck problems, I thought it would stop this nonsense, but it's gotten worse. Broken necks or death are not something you should think is tough or cool. It's idiotic thinking." He also pointed to Bryan Danielson as a real-world example of the long-term consequences, noting that Danielson continues to suffer daily from neck issues. "Bryan being one who is suffering daily like myself from his neck. It's a daily misery. Money and whatever nonsense fame is supposed to be is not worth the pain. Fame has never been my thing, so most of you doing this stupid stuff are not going to listen to me, but hopefully a few do." Regal never mentioned Moxley or Fletcher by name, but the timing and context made this message unmistakable. His final plea was simple and direct. "Stop it now if you want a decent quality of life after wrestling. Broken necks or death are not something you should think is tough or cool. It's idiotic thinking." Thankfully, Fletcher appears to have avoided serious injury this time, but the moment, and Regal's response, has sparked renewed discussion about risk, responsibility, and whether certain spots are worth the long-term cost. For AEW, its talent, and the wider wrestling industry, this may serve as more than just a scare. It could be a necessary moment of reflection. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Jacob Fatu's return to WWE television is finally coming into focus, and fans may not have to wait much longer to see the Samoan werewolf back in action. Fatu has been sidelined since October following a brutal angle involving Drew McIntyre, an absence that was later compounded by serious dental surgery. Now, according to multiple reports, WWE is targeting an early 2026 return for the former United States champion. Body Slam Plus notes that WWE remains optimistic about Fatu having a true breakout year in 2026. He already had a strong 2025, highlighted by his victory over LA Knight at WrestleMania 41 to capture the United States Championship. That run also included a high-profile feud with Solo Sikoa, which ultimately led to Fatu turning babyface. However, momentum stalled after he dropped the US title. His booking became inconsistent, and his year was cut short due to injury, something that didn't go unnoticed even within the Anoa'i family. WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi publicly questioned Fatu's usage during an episode of Off the Top. There were a lot of people saying, "What happened to Jacob?" I don't know. Jacob comes out, he's steaming, they got everything behind him. They're lighting this kid up on fire. Everything they threw at this kid, he came correct. He stands on business, and all of a sudden, poof, like a Houdini move. Meanwhile, PW Insider has previously reported that WWE is hoping to have Fatu cleared in time for Royal Rumble 2026, making that event a possible return point if his recovery stays on track. With his health improving and WWE reportedly eager to reset his trajectory, 2026 could be a defining year for Jacob Fatu, one where the company finally capitalizes on the star power it once firmly had behind him. Are you excited for Jacob Fatu's return in 2026? What kind of storyline should WWE put him in next? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Tony Khan has finally addressed comments made by Cody Rhodes about feeling disrespected during his time in AEW, and Khan is choosing to take the high road. Speaking on the Q101 podcast, Khan was asked about Rhodes' recent remarks from the Ringer's Bill Simmons podcast, where the undisputed WWE champion reflected on why his AEW run ultimately came to an end. In that interview, Rhodes suggested that respect, or the lack of it, became the breaking point. "If I ever felt disrespected ever at WWE, that's one thing. That's a company that was built, that's the Yankees, that's the flagship of it all," Rhodes said. "Feeling disrespected at something I built with my friends, that we built, feeling disrespected there, I wouldn't stand for it." When asked whether those comments bothered him, particularly the implication that Rhodes would tolerate disrespect in WWE but not in AEW, Khan responded calmly, noting that Rhodes has also spoken positively about AEW on many occasions. "You know, he does a lot of interviews, and I think when you have to say so many words so often, because he works so hard, he works such a big schedule, to his credit, I bet he does hundreds of interviews a year. And I'm not sure I agree with that, but I also would give him the benefit of the doubt that, I've heard him say a lot of positive things too." Khan went on to emphasize that despite now working for a rival company, Rhodes has generally been respectful when discussing AEW publicly. "For somebody that doesn't work here and is involved in a competitive promotion, he's usually pretty gracious with the things he says." He also revealed that the two have crossed paths since Rhodes' departure and that there's no lingering tension. "I've seen him since he's been gone, and it's always been very positive and good." Khan closed by making it clear that there's no animosity on his end and that he still values Rhodes' contribution to the company he helped launch. "I have only good things to say about him and his contributions here. It's okay, that's okay. Everyone's entitled to their opinions." In short, while Rhodes' comments sparked debate amongst fans, Khan isn't escalating the situation. No shots fired, no public back and forth, just a measured response and a reminder that professional respect can exist even across company lines. Do you think Cody Rhodes was right to speak openly about feeling disrespected in AEW, or did Tony Khan handle the situation the right way? Share your thoughts in the comments below. John Cena is playing a major role behind the scenes of HGTV's newest reality series, Junk or Jackpot, and he personally handpicked Queer Eye star Bobby Burke to host it. In an interview with the LA Times, interior designer and former Queer Eye cast member Bobby Burke revealed that Cena was the one who reached out and pushed for him to take the job. "John was a big Queer Eye fan," Burke said, "so I said yes. It's shot here in LA, which was really important to me." Cena also promoted the project publicly, explaining on Twitter how the series first came to life after a casual debate with Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona escalated into something much bigger. "What started as a debate with Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona has now, with the help of the incredible Bobby Burke, become a reality. Junk or Jackpot premieres tonight at 9:30 p.m. on HGTV. With Cena backing the concept, Burke bringing his signature emotional design sensibility, and the show blending restoration with real-life stories, Junk or Jackpot is positioning itself as HGTV's next feel-good hit. Will you be checking out Junk or Jackpot? Are you tuning in for Bobby Burke's design magic, or because John Cena helped make it happen? Share your thoughts below. Rob Van Dam has officially added a brand new title to his already legendary resume. He's now a father. The ECW icon and WWE Hall of Famer announced that he and his wife Katie Forbes have welcomed twin babies named Karma and Saba. RVD confirmed the news in a short but emotional social media post marking the couple's first children together. This is a huge milestone for the pair who have been married since 2021. Forbes originally revealed her pregnancy back in June, and fans have followed the journey ever since, sending support and congratulations along the way. From everyone here at Slat Rock, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to Rob Van Dam and Katie Forbes on the birth of Karma and Saba. For all of our subscribers, don't miss the 9 a.m. Eastern video we dropped earlier today. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.